streamies. Oh. Everybody just heard me say streamies, and I'm assuming y'all just went away. Good on you. Anyway, we're gonna get it started in a minute. I am just changing over so I can interact with my chat. Yes, I have to do it on a separate window that I have to open. And for anybody who's curious, I'm trying to make this my last weekend that I use Streamlabs, because I'm just hearing some things that are just, yeah, you know, not the best about it, but also hearing just great things about OBS in general. I might go back to that, so if any of you are my friends who know OBS, please let me know, help me learn things. And hi to Catherine and Juan, the first two that have joined. It's only gonna go downhill from here. And by that I mean down the hill of days as we get towards the end of this story. Well, let's actually get started in a minute. Yeah, Caden, it's kind of weird. I'm gonna have to explain this episode. Maybe make a follow-up video to really properly express how it is. But yeah, it's not like I'm gonna completely just ghost the internet or something like that. It's like, I kind of want to break it down. Alright, so my description is there. My thumbnail is good. Alright, we are going to get started in a segundo. Yes, oh, no, I can't interact with that window. Dang it. Well, I always miss the timer. I'm great at this. Alright, here we go. Now we're going to go live. Welcome back, everybody. Dirk here with Tennis Ace. Yes, so this isn't Dirk After Dark. This is Dirk After Dusk. Or Dawn. Whatever the order is. This is Dirk during the daytime. Yeah, normally I don't stream this early, but I have some plans tonight, and tomorrow night I'm doing my D&D group again. Stream that on Twitch, upload to my second channel, and yeah, have a blast. But yeah, besides that, tried to take it easy this weekend. I was really tired the past 2 days. I was hoping to stream then, and then I just crashed. So, that's how my week's been. And I like that name. Big Bear Underwear. Anyway. So, it's an interesting thing, Catherine. I should probably start out with my time-stamping everything because I'm OCD. My rant about quitting, quote-unquote, I'm not sure if it's really going to be quitting, starts now. So, I probably will make a video on this. I need to set my priorities straight and, like, do stuff, because I really just rushed out that video and was really in the height of my thoughts about it and just really wanted to get it out, so yeah, I didn't have enough time to really clarify everything, but yeah, so in regards to like streaming and just generally being on the internet, I'm not gonna just peace out of the internet. I'm still gonna be here, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep doing visual novel series like this, at least in this way where I'm doing a first playthrough live voice reaction type of thing where I haven't played the game yet, or well, I haven't played the update yet, and then am playing it for the first time while voice acting it. I may do like live streams maybe in the future with other people or myself. Like, I just personally don't feel like this is healthy for me to constantly do alone for so long in like bursts of 4 or 5 hours, even 8 in a single stream. I want to try and open myself up to more short form content, possibly maybe in my TikTok. I should start plugging that. I've been keeping that a secret forever, but it pretty much is just my username, no spaces, all lower caps, Dirk the Red Panda. Plugging my TikTok with unfunny humor. Yeah, a lot of Eurovision referencing stuff, and just me being a dork. But yeah, back to YouTube and all this. So, going forward, I'm probably just gonna finish out Tennis Ace and the Smoke Room. I'm assuming the Smoke Room is heading towards its conclusion right now. It seems like it's kind of on that trend. But yeah, and I think I have to double check with Basket about this. Like, I know him. I know his DMs. But yeah, I'm just gonna double check with him because I think, I'm just not sure if I misheard this or I feel like I've heard somewhere that it is going to be around that 35-day mark that the story's going to end for all the routes. So I'm probably going to, yeah, stop around that time and just... Once I stop with Tennis Ace in the Smoke Room, I don't want to be taking on new stories. And if I do something, maybe I do it with like a group of friends or like do it in a pre-recorded format, kind of like Ave Adastrians. At this point, I don't want to set myself to anything, but I don't want to say I'm permanently done. That's kind of what I want to conclude with. I don't want to be somebody that's saying, I'm done with doing anything ever. I'm never going to do this. I don't want to ever touch this. Like, my channel's still going to be here. I'm still going to, you know, keep the option available, but the recurring, like, obligation to it, I want to stop. I want to do this more on my own time, my free time. Now that I'm not doing this as like, I don't want to say that as like sole income because like, was kind of doing an internship, but basically, I don't want this to be something that's taking up my full time when I already have a full time job. So that is life. Yeah, life is life indeed. Did he join? I will find you. In the chat. I will find you in the chat. Nah, not here yet. Somebody mentioned it and I was like, but yeah, honestly, I still want to remain active in the VN community, just reading and whatnot. I guess the big thing for me was just making sure I don't burn myself out by having to constantly monetize or broadcast every single reaction I get. Kind of like how family vlog channels are like filming their kids doing everything, and I'm pretty sure some of it's staged. It, you know, probably depends on the family, but yeah, it seems like with that, it seems like you're taking real life and your real adventures and whatnot and just filtering it out as content. You're just pushing it out as content, and I've been doing it for so long, and I just wanted to get myself into a more comfortable situation. I do it on my own time because I have something else to do. This isn't my main source of income or profession. But yeah, that is my long rant about what I am doing. Not really quitting, but at least quitting from the recurring schedule. Thank you for my rant, and that is my TED Talk. Alright. We are going to get back into the reading. Reading's about to begin. And so, with our reading, where did we leave off in terms of Shoichi's update? So, with Shoichi's update, this is kind of interesting. Reading the devlogs, turns out that this update includes not only day 33 of Shoichi's update, but an additional scene, maybe scenes, from day 32. It was 31 or 32, depending on which path you get with Shoichi. For me, it's 32. So, we'll be starting with that, so we're gonna kind of have to backtrack towards the lunch scene. So, if you did not see that, go to my last Shoichi update, or my last episode of Tennis Ace, or the last episode of Shoichi's Tennis Ace route. I have a separate playlist for Shoichi's updates. Same with June, same with Keisuke. Yeah, even did that for the Smoke Room, I think. But, yeah. I am gonna probably start from there, probably around the lunch scene. I'm probably gonna just skim fast forward to it, just so we can start out with the new content. Alright, and I'll probably have to take note on what the line was when we changed over. If not, somebody could just post it in the comments. I'll be like, thank you, person, and then put it in there. We never saw Haruki again. This is very ominous. Alright, so let's get started then, shall we? We're gonna start at 11 minutes. Here we go. Let us continue. So we're going to start at the end of day 31 and fast forward to the new scene. Here we go. Let's begin. I'm excited to see where things will continue to go with the two of us. And everything else was a blur until new scene, stuff happens. We have our class, hanging out with June. Shoichi does something for lunch. Waiting for the new scene to come. Oh, wait. Did I? Hold on. I'm a big himbo. I'm so sorry, I may have spoiled stuff. Pretend you did not see that. And we are going to load this from here. I'm so sorry. He dead. No, don't say that. We're gonna try this again. Here we go. Let the reading begin. Let's see. What a nosy Nico. Anyway, what's going on? Let's see if... You needn't concern yourself with it. There hasn't been anything in particular happening. Okay, so I think this is still the same. Have you guys ever noticed when Keikun gets stressed, he starts... Yeah, I think we read this. The king of yes sir, Dirk. Oh, we did get through this. This is the outing scene. This is the embarrassing scene. Is this the part where Shoichi nearly murders June for nearly outing us? I think so. So apologies for the technical difficulties. King of technical difficulties right here. Oh, okay. Here we go. Let's start from here, shall we? Apologies for the confusion, so we get start at 13:30. Never mind, 13:45. I messed up. Alright, here we go. Reading begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shoichi already seemed pretty uncomfortable that I outed us out of nowhere like that. Maybe I should step on the brakes a little. Shoichi! Oh no, it's Ithaca! Before I can decide one way or another on the matter, a familiar voice cuts through our conversation, cheerfully walking out of the way with a smile and wave. Toka-chan! Hitsuka, what are you doing here? You forgot your student ID with Mom, so she asked me to give it back to you. I'd have done it this morning, but I got to school late. What? I was looking for this everywhere. Thank you. Of course. Hey, Toka-chan. It's been a while since you've dropped by. Yeah, it has. I guess a certain someone hasn't been wanting my around all that much lately. I already apologized for that.
I know. Doesn't mean I won't get to hold that over your head for a long time.
That's... So this is the famed Urata family dynamic, huh? Gotta say, I'm liking it. Bite me.
And you're Kei Taro-kun, right? I think we've met before.
It's Keisuke, actually.
Is it? Oh, sorry. I'm not that good with names.
People, Hitaka's here! Don't act gay! No gay, don't.
And the little tiger over here is... I'm not little. I'm big and strong, and I can play the piano. That's Jun-kun. Jun Kobayashi. It's a pleasure to meet you. Yeah, same thing. It's nice to meet you too. Man, you really clam up around new people, huh? It's Saya-san!
There's nothing wrong with being a little introverted. Oh, don't get on his case.
Oh, it's okay. I know how to handle introverts.
She's gonna squeeze him! She's gonna squeeze the tiger! Before any questions can be asked, Hitaka walks up to Jun, leaning forward and getting really close to his face, causing the tiger to sputter in surprise and try to back away.
Hi, I'm Hitaka. It's nice to meet you.
She starts talking to him really slowly and making strange gestures to go along with it.
I hear you like music. I like music too. What kind of music do you like?
While we all stare dumbfounded at the scene before our eyes, Keisuke covers his mouth in an attempt to suppress his laughter that soon bursts out.
What's so funny?
Hitaka, you're not being serious, are you? That's how you talk to a toddler, not an introvert.
But... I can understand you just fine, you know. I'm not stupid. I just thought that if I maintained eye contact while we talked, that would help him get comfortable with me quicker. Isn't that how it's supposed to work?
I can't. Keisuke wheezes, desperately trying to put himself back together. You thought that? Oh God, please. Please, do it again.
That's not very nice. Please, let me have my personal space. Sorry.
Is there anything else you need to know, Hitaka?
Shu-chan, there are better ways to phrase that, you know.
I hate to agree with you, Saya, but... yeah. That.
What do you mean you hate to agree with me?
Oh, she's gonna throw us out the window. I have nothing against having Hitaka over. I'd just rather she not make my friends uncomfortable.
I said sorry, didn't I? It's okay, Shoichi-san. I appreciate the attempt.
If you say so. Urata, you really ought to have your sister around more often.
Aw, thank you, Keisuke-san.
I just imagine the potential for funny interactions would skyrocket. So, much more ammo for me to use. You are evil, Keisuke! Evil!
Yeah!
You mess with my sister and it's your funeral. You've been warned.
Shoichi.
Oh god, that was... I don't know why I said it like that. Ugh. That was... I don't know. Ugh. Ugh. That's not fair. When you put it like that, it just makes me want to do it even more. Plus, I have my own bodyguard who could throw you out the window. Are you a child? Please ignore them, Hitaka-chan. That's just their way of... welcoming you.
Could stand to be a little less creepy.
So, did you need anything else? Nah, don't get me wrong. I appreciate you bringing me my ID. But if that will be all...
No. There was something else. Mom wanted to know if you'd like to come over for dinner.
For dinner? Sure. When?
Tonight.
Okay, I'll try to clear with Dad.
Clear it? As if Dad would say no. Come on. It's not like you're going out to party or anything. You're having dinner with your family.
Right. I suppose that's true. This is pretty nice to see. You always looked incredibly downcast before whenever you talked about being out of touch with your mother and sister. What?
Oh, what's that I hear? Sounds very juicy. Do tell.
Shut up! Rishihara!
Aww, you talk about me to your friends? What did you tell them? Oh, come on, tell me. Tell me.
You can be such a headache sometimes.
That's mean!
Then stop prying.
Oh, come on. It doesn't have to be a big deal.
No means no, Hitaka. And Shoichi learned that lesson the other day.
Buzzkill. I was just trying to get to know your friends.
Quit your smirking, Urishihara, before I force that smile out of your face and up your ass. Sorry, it was just fitting. My, so scary. I'd best behave myself then. Hitaka, if you want to know my friends, you can just talk to them like normal. Don't hound people.
Fine. I'm sorry.
Hitaka bows with an apology. However, it is clear her facial expressions. She has a lot more expressions, thank you, Catherine. Hitaka bows with an apology. However, it is clear from her facial expression that she's not all that accepting of the lecture she's just been given. However, despite the somewhat awkward mood, or maybe perhaps because of it, Jun clears his throat, speaking up before the silence can hang around long enough to make it too tense. Blah, 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 blah. Speaking up before the silence can hang around long enough to make it too tense.
What kind of things do you like, Rata-san? No. You don't need to call me that. Mom had my last name changed after she got custody of me. I'm Hayashida. Hayashida. I'm Hayashida.
Oh, my heart. While very brief, I noticed Shoichi wincing for a second at the correction. He also reacted similarly when we visited his mom's house and he saw the plaque with their surname written on it. I guess it might be a bit of a sore spot for him.
Hayashida, huh? Okay, I'll remember that. What things do you like, Hayashida-san? Do you have any hobbies? That's a tough one. Kinda. I used to play volleyball when I was in elementary school, but I quit just before joining middle school since I didn't like getting tired all that much.
I stopped after community college because I was too lazy. That and I wasn't good enough to make their team. At university, it's too sad.
I mostly read fashion magazines and collect cookbooks. Cookbooks? Yeah, I suppose I do like to cook.
I could see where God gave all the cooking ability to. Oh. Oh dear. Another member of the Rant clan that cooks.
Don't look at me like that. I can actually cook.
Where have I heard that before? You are on thin ice, Urushihara.
It's true. Toka-chan is a pretty good cook. She's the one that makes Shoichi's lunchboxes every day.
Super chat.
Oh!
Back with the hot takes again. 10 o'clock donated $4.99, saying, and I quote, "These are not my words, not my opinion. Keisuke, greater than Shoichi. I will fight you." End quote.
Used to make them, you mean?
Yes, for which I am infinitely grateful and definitely didn't take them for granted.
We'll see. Maybe if I feel like you really learned your lesson, I'll start packing lunch for you again.
How so very gracious of you. Huh, I'll be damned. I didn't actually think it was possible. And here I thought bad kitchen sense ran in the family. I can cook. Stop getting on my case just because you're a picky eater. That's not it. That's not it at all. Kei-kun, we're gonna have to talk after this. This isn't the time or place to have this kind of discussion.
Truth be told, I like to bake more than I like to cook, though. I'm pretty good at both. I mostly like it because decorating sweets and pastries is pretty fun. I made a mile
long.
I made a millefeuille.
Or how do you pronounce that? I don't know. Google, save the day. Okay, and I have to ask Google to pronounce it for me. No, you're not allowing me to say it. Ah. Give me a shorter version. You're using...
French pronunciation.
It's French, though. That's what we need to know. Vanilla custard slice, what? Okay, there it is.
French, this would be pronounced millefeuille.
Millefeuille. Feuille. Oh. I know French now. Communication in this group. Greater than this group's communication skills. Indeed. I forgot it already. Fuck.
I made a millefeuille last week, actually. Do you want to see the pictures I took? I posted them on my Snapgram.
Oh, that hurt. That hurt to say. Oh. I've only had a Fuck, I'm not gonna remember this. Oh, I've only had a millefeuille once when our family visited France a few years ago. I've never seen a homemade one. Millefeuille. Feuille? Okay, this is gonna be the new partake. Or whatever that word was that kept stumping me. I've never seen a homemade one.
Oh, right. You're the rich one, aren't you? Well, I don't know if this will quite live up to that.
The rich one? That's true? Accurate? An apt description? Pick one. Regardless, Hithaka-chan pulls out her phone, showing us her Snapgram pages and scrolling down until we see a picture of the very little pastry. The very little pretty pastry, that is. What do you say? It would translate as to thousand leaves, because mil is like thousands. Like in Spanish, mil is 1,000. Filier. Filier? I'm gonna never get that right. Galaxy, I will never get it right, but I will try. Oh, that looks so pristine.
It looks really delicious. I want to try it. It was. Hithaka-chan came to my place to visit and we had a little tea party with it.
Didn't you say it'd been a while since you've seen her?
I said it'd been a while since she's dropped by. I never said anything about not seeing her. Just because you don't check in with her often doesn't mean I don't either. Yeah, Saya-san is practically my older sister at this point.
Oh! When you disown Shoichi. Oh! That's... Oh man. Both Aki and Saya kept in frequent contact with Hithaka-chan, even seeing her without me being aware of it. Now I feel guilty for barely talking to her outside of the time she and Shoichi are together.
I didn't want to take too many risks, so I made a basic vanilla cream milk and topped it with powdered sugar, drizzle of chocolate, and some raspberries. It was pretty good. The first few ones I tried to plate up weren't so fortunate. Oh, they came out kind of wonky. They still tasted good, though. They did. Now, I want to eat something sweet. I should have packed myself some dessert. I can bring you some next time I bake something. Really? Of course. You're a friend of my brother, so you're also a friend to me. That's so nice.
You won't bring me food, but you will my friends?
Maybe if I befriended your friends, you won't be so annoying about refusing to invite me to hang out.
That's... I'm not doing that anymore.
We'll see if it sticks first.
You're such a pain. Can't you just go back to your own classroom?
See? You're doing it again.
Actually, I think he's just embarrassed at being called out right now.
Oh, boo-hoo. I don't see what the issue is. I, for one, like having Hithaka-chan around. It's nice not being the only girl in the group.
What difference does it even make? Oh, Shoichi. Oh, my sweet innocent child.
That's easy for you to say. You're a boy in a group filled with boys.
I'm a man! Alright, man. Okay. Alright, Shoichi. Alright. Alright, you're a man.
Semantics.
I wouldn't mind inviting her to tag along when we hang out. Oh, I'm sure it'd be highly educational. Just think of all of Urata's weaknesses I can uncover like that. That's a horrible reason to do it. And he's not listening to me. Shoichi's gonna kill us. He's actually gonna throw us out that window, I swear to God.
She offered to give me sweets. She's nice. I like her.
You're all a bunch of simple-minded jerks, you know. Don't make it sound like I'm trying to exclude my own sister.
You do a pretty good job of that on your own.
What? It's true. You kinda do. That's not true. It's not like I don't want Ithaca around.
Oh, then what is it like?
While Shoichi fumbles looking for words to say, the bell mercilessly rings, bringing an end to our little lunchtime get-together.
Damn, I should have eaten lunch faster. I'd have had more time to spend here.
Sorry, Ithaca.
Oh, this conversation's not over. I'm gonna look for you after class. The visual novel.
I wouldn't expect otherwise.
You should join us tomorrow again. Bring your lunch this time so we can all eat together. Really? I can?
Of course. If even I'm allowed to be here when I'm neither a student in this classroom or this floor, nor related to someone who is, I don't see why you couldn't.
It'd be nice to get to know more about Shuichi-san's family. Yay! Is that okay with you too, Shoichi?
Fine by me. Just don't act all weird or make anyone uncomfortable again.
It was just one time. It's really okay, Shuichi-san. You don't have to keep bringing it up.
I'm just being thorough.
So petty.
I am not petty! You're still best boy.
You're a little bit petty.
A bit petty.
Is lot a bit even a word?
Hell if I know. While Shoichi quietly fumes about being called petty, an action that could be classified as petty in and of itself, everyone else picks up their things and starts pushing the desks and chairs back into place. Well, whatever y'all decide, I'm in for it. It's not like I have a right to say anything either way. I didn't even join you all for lunch until just a little while ago.
Yeah, you guys can feel free to decide whatever you want. Hayashiri-san has known the three of you longer than we have, so you're the ones who should be deciding.
June, why are you picking your stuff up if you're about to leave? This is your classroom.
Oh, right. I forgot. Come by again tomorrow. Come by again tomorrow, Hitaka-chan. Of course.
Kisuke and Sai are the first ones to leave, quickly saying their farewells before heading out the door in a rush. Shoichi would usually also leave really fast after the bell rings, but he seems to not be done quietly fuming in his corner.
Okay. It was nice getting to meet you, Kobayashi-kun. Excuse me. Yeah.
Ithaca walks up to me. I try raising a hand to wave at her, but before I can muster any reaction, she plants a kiss squarely on my cheek! Backing away and giggling at my stunned reaction. Oh boy, somebody's getting thrown out the window today.
Bye-bye, Nigo-kun. We'll take more next time, okay?
Oh, no! Oh, this hurts. I stare at her in complete silence, unable to give any kind of response to this sudden show of... Hell, what is it even? Affection?
That was... does she know?
No.
And she likes...
Yes.
Oh no.
I really can't deal with this right now. I'm sorry about her, knee.
It's fine. I'm not like I'm not used to it by now.
Yeah. Without saying another word, not even a brief bye, Shoichi grabs his disposable supermarket lunchbox, throws it haphazardly into the bin, and walks out without a further look back.
That was...
We are die. We are die. Uncomfortable?
Yeah. Sorry. It can't be an easy situation to be in.
Truth be told, it kind of slipped my mind up until now. Great. Now my head hurts.
Is it bad that I'm still a little glad she showed up? Since that meant the whole confusing situation from earlier was pushed aside?
Yes. You are a very bad person and you should feel bad. I think I need to lie down. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, that's not the worst idea. I'll do the same.
With the beginnings of a headache settling in as I begin to think over the implications of my relationship being affected to my whole circle of friends, while Hitaka-chan remains oblivious to it, I lie my head down on my desk and tune the world around me out. And tune the world around me out, even as our next teacher arrives. I need a vacation. Rather than going after class, I'll need to do this after years. At least everyone else knows. That's still progress, right? Ugh, I was feeling so good about the whole thing until now. I didn't know my stomach could sink so fast. I'll need to talk to Shoichi about this soon. I don't like keeping his sitter. I don't like keeping his sitter in the dark like that. It feels cruel. On the other hand, I also don't want to cause any problems for him and his family when they just managed to reconnect. Too freaked out by that kiss on the cheek, I end up spending the rest of my day thinking over the possibilities without making any kind of headway and finding an actual situation. On finding an actual solution. Certainly not making any progress on my classes either. Alright, we are going to take a little break at this point. Trying to maybe make my breaks 45 minutes to an hour. Not the breaks themselves. I mean, my durations before I take a break. So, yeah. Let us take a break, shall we? I need to get some water, actually. Forgot to get that. But that's a good way to conclude day 32, right? And then we move on to day 33. Perfectly tied together. Alright, so there has been no ellipses so far, so no M&Ms so far. Good for us. I'll be right back. I'm going to mute the mic so you don't hear random noises or anything in the background. See you soon. And I'm back, everybody. Sorry for the break. I was thirsty, and I have a new idea. Instead of doing the typical M&Ms, I have a donut that I got this morning. I had got two donuts this morning, only had one. And I'll take a bite out of this every time we have an ellipses. This time I'm going to treat myself instead of wrecking myself. How's that for once? Hydrate or dihydrate? Alright, anything that I missed in the comments? That feeling when your sister is kissing your Nico. When he's kissing Ni-chan. Oh god. Shoichi, I thought you had a sister. Had a sister. Oh, this is gonna be an interesting day 33. So, let's just save here. Why the heck do we have this day saved? Not like it'll make a big difference. What do we see? May, August. Okay, yeah, that probably makes sense. It is 2021, baby! There we go. You should try cake. That would be really good. But I have a cake donut, so that's close enough. Alright, y'all ready to start? I'm going to get started in a second. A few seconds. Maybe more than a few seconds. I need to type this in. Okay. We're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I can count. Let's continue reading, shall we? Today, even more than usual, I had to arrive at school early. Not that I haven't started cultivating the habit of doing that on my own already, but all the players taking part in the Kanto tournament were asked to meet up so we could discuss travel and accommodations. Wow, Tennis Ace. A novel where we actually play tennis. Even though it's not like our thoughts or opinions will change anything since the plans are already set in stone, coaches need to talk everything to death. Coaches need to talk everything to death. Saw is getting stuck here for over an hour. Okay, my brain reset. By the time our little assembly finally came to an end, despite us having arrived so early at school, there was now only about 20 minutes left before our first class. And just like that, the ample time I'd been using leisurely every morning to study and relax was gone before I noticed. Oh, for the love of... That meeting took way longer than it had any business taking. Every time I feel like coaches' meetings get ever so slightly longer. I don't remember the first meeting I attended taking more than half an hour. That's annoying if true. Either way, where's Mizuguchi-san? Don't know. I'm surprised you'd be thinking about hanging out now. Aren't you the type that spends a lot of time every morning going over his notes and such before class starts? Who said anything about hanging out? I wanted to discuss our accommodations with her. Oh, is there something wrong with them? Yes, no offense to Hayato-kun, but if I'm going to share a room with someone, I'd much rather it be you. Try to slip into our room and our DM's like, sheesh. And who says I want to share a room? Oh, really? You're going to hang me out to dry just so you can get a room all to yourself? I'm considering it. Awful. Can't you just get a room for yourself? I'm sure if you paid for it, there'd have no complications about it. And we all know you have the money. If only that were still the case. Uh-oh. 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 If you know, you know. Huh? Never mind. I'm going to look for Mizuguchi-san. I'll see you later at lunchtime. Sure. Good luck with your pleading. If you could please tell her that you're okay with sharing a room with me when she asks, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, I will. Just get going already. See you later. Just like that, the hare took off in a dash back inside the building. Although, if he wanted to make sure he'd find her, he could have just stuck around by the gym's entrance. It's not like she has time to just hang back and relax either. Class should be starting soon. Which I could have told him, but I'm a little meanie. I won't lie, it's actually a little funny that he didn't think things through to this degree. For someone so smart, you sure make some silly little mistakes sometimes. Flashback to the Keisuke episode. Yeah, it's awful of me to do that. But it's not like he'll be late for class anyway. What's a few wasted minutes on his part when it brings me this much happiness? Man, I am such a sucky friend sometimes. Still, I don't want to spend time worrying about something so inconsequential. So I merely turn around and start walking to the main building. As I approach it, I notice a familiar figure standing right next to the entrance, leaning against the wall with his arms crossed, all cool and stuff. There you are. I was starting to think that meeting would last forever. Good morning to you too. Heh, morning. Do you have a minute? I mean, you can have all my minutes, baby. I was planning on at least reviewing my notes before class, but I suppose skipping it just for today wouldn't kill me. I learn fast, so it's not like I can't catch up real quick after. You say that all throughout high school, and then once you get to college, oh crap, does it escalate. Sure. What do you need? Oh, and how was your dinner last night, by the way? You never got back to me on that. Right. Sorry about that. By the time I got home, it was so late that I kind of flopped on my bed and passed out. Your dad didn't get on your case over it? He's been lenient? Only because it's Mom, though. That's good. At least it's one less thing for me to worry about. To be honest, that's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. You have that look on your face like you're about to say something unreasonable. What is it this time? Can I please throw my sister through the window? Just once! No, Shoichi, bad! I have a look for that? Yeah. You get all weird and scrunchy right here. I reach for Shuichi's face, poking the spot right between his eyebrows. There's Boop the snoot, then there's Boop the brow. Really? Scrunchy? Scrunchy. I nod, confirming the word that Shuichi seemed to have taken issue with while wearing a wide smile on my face. That's horrible. Still, moving on. Truth is, well, yesterday was a lot of fun. I enjoyed spending time with Mom again. I was a little anxious over something. Yeah? What is it? Hitsuka talked about you for a bit, and... well, that put together with that kiss on the cheek yesterday was enough to make it a bit uncomfortable. Oh. Is that all? What else is new? What do you mean, is that all? You've always been uncomfortable with Hitsuka's crush on you. Why are you acting like it's nothing? Well, yeah, of course I'm uncomfortable with it. The fact that she's my best friend's little sister was already uncomfortable enough. But now that it turns out she's my boyfriend's little sister, it's all kinds of uncomfortable. I'm sensing a butt here. But you've never seemed to want to address it before. Whenever I brought it up, you either laughed about it or just changed the subject. I kind of gave up on talking about it. Not that I don't worry about it, though. Like I said, it's still all kinds of uncomfortable. Well, yeah, she's my sister. I don't want to hurt her feelings by telling her that you're not available. And she'd have a hard time believing me anyway, since she knows of your patterns. You can just say that I've dated a few girls. It's not like it's offensive to say. Fine. She knows of your 13 girlfriends since junior high. Whew! I don't think I'll have that many girlfriends or boyfriends in my lifetime. Sorry, what's up? Wait, 13? Was it that many? The fact that you don't remember just makes it feel... The fact that you don't remember just makes me feel even worse for those poor girls. I just never bothered to count before. Let's see, there was Miki, Yukiko, Suika, Akari, Akane, Sayaka, Hina, Shiori, Toika, Rin, Kazami. Oh God. The look on your face tells me you just did the math. Can we never speak of this again? Gladly. Either way, my point was, since Hitaka knows of your past relationships, she doesn't really think any new ones would stick. Which I can't totally blame her for. I wouldn't either before. Except now I really hope that it does. Yes, we call that being biased, dear. I'm waiting for a yassification of Yuichi. There's just no way for me to explain to her how this one is different from the others without... Oh, God. It hits me all at once. I know exactly where Shoichi is going with this. Without telling her that it's you I'm dating and subsequently coming out to your family, right? Yeah. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm ashamed of you or anything. And Mom isn't the type to be bigoted or anything. Or at least I hope she's not. It's just, we only just started reconnecting. I'd been staying away from Mom and Hitaka because I felt guilty. Even though they're my family, they also feel like strangers in a way. Excuse me? I think it might be too soon to tell them something like that. Which is an unbelievably selfish thing for me to say when I know Hitaka has feelings for you. Something that's made you uncomfortable for years now. That's... fine? Really? A float is required. What? What is wrong? I broke the game again. Dirk the Red Panda breaks Rempe again. Let's ignore that, shall we? At the very least, not confident enough about it to tell Mom. Yuichi's brain literally just went... It just had a bug in it. Yuichi was always a harem protagonist. He just unlocked the gay deck. Damn. But yes, at the very least, not confident enough about it to tell Mom. That's... Man, that makes me feel better. I place a hand on Shuichi's shoulder, gently squeezing in an attempt to offer him some comfort. Stop worrying so much. This is supposed to be easy. Let's not overcomplicate things, okay? There's no reason to rush things. If you're not there yet, you're not there yet. You're surprisingly wise sometimes.
And what do you mean by surprisingly?
And it's gone. Excuse me? I'm kidding. Don't get mad.
I'm not mad. Just disappointed.
Really? Because you looked like you wanted to strangle me for a second there.
Strangling is too much. Just smacking you upside the head would have been fine.
Ouch! So you did want to hit me.
Only with love, and with my lips on yours.
Why doesn't that make me feel any better?
I don't know. Is there something wrong with you?
Okay, I think we pulled as much from this particular thread as we ought to.
It's now my turn to say I'm only kidding. Oh, is it now my turn to say I'm only kidding?
I love you, but if you say that, I just might love you a tiny bit less.
Really? Do you actually mean that?
Shut up. Ha! That's so.
I'm getting better at teasing you. At least now things won't be as one-sided anymore. If that was all you wanted to talk about, I really should get going to class.
Oh, well. Uh-oh.
What else is there?
It's nothing major. I promise. Just... Hitsuka's gonna join us for lunch today.
Oh, is that all? That's not so bad.
I did say it wasn't anything major. I just want to let you know in case she, you know, tries to flirt. Or to steal more kisses.
I appreciate the warning, but I'll be fine. I might not like it when she hits on me, but she's still a close friend, you know? She's like a sister to me.
Sister zone! You used to say I was like a brother to you, but that didn't stop you from...
Don't you dare finish that sentence! Will this be a permanent arrangement?
I doubt it. Hitaka's got a pretty I doubt it. Hitaka's got a pretty sizable group of friends herself. A bunch of her friends from junior high got accepted here, so she hangs out with them most of the time. Maybe a once weekly thing?
Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't think having Hitaka once a week would be that bad at all. Frankly, this is a great development compared to when Shoichi didn't have her around at all. Makes me happy that you're spending time with your sister again.
Yeah, I know. You're all pro-family and stuff. I have the spiel memorized by now.
Like you don't have any spiels of your own, Mr. Pro-Education.
I feel like my answer I give here will either seem more come across as a callous monster or a hypocrite.
Just about, yeah.
Great. On that note, I should get to class myself. I spent 40 minutes waiting outside for you.
You didn't have to wait that long. We could have had this conversation after class, Vien, just as easily.
You underestimate just how much I needed to talk about this. The relief I felt was huge.
Jeez, there you go again, getting hung up on the strangest things again. I swear, it wouldn't hurt for you to learn how to relax once in a while. I'm sure your blood pressure would thank you for it.
I'll see you again during lunch. And, if I'm weird or a bit distorted during it, it's just because I don't want to risk Hitsuka figuring it out, okay?
I know that, you big lug. He is my big lug. Stop driving yourself up a wall over it. Just go already, or we'll both get to be... Just go already, or we're both going to be late.
Okay. Don't have to be so.
So what?
I don't know. Words. It'll come to me eventually.
I stand in awe of your boundless wit.
I know I'm awesome.
You sure are something.
Can I at least have a kiss before I go?
Here we go, let's get it. Here? I instinctively look around, trying to quantify just how many people would be there to see us kiss. The last thing any of us needs is for this to get out. Oh, it would be a headache and a half to deal with.
No, not here. Do I look like a moron to you?
Do you want me to answer that?
Haha, very funny. Just come here.
Shoichi grabs me by the wrist, leading me away from the entrance into a more secluded spot by the side of the building, with nothing but a few trees to keep us company. I let him do as he wants because, hey, why not? Not like I have anything to lose with a kiss, right? It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. I like kisses. Kisses are nice.
There. Now is this better?
The scenery sure is nice, at least.
Really? Is that all that's nice?
I could maybe think of some other things. With the right encouragement, of course.
Of course.
Shoichi places his hand on my hip, gently pushing me towards the nearby wall and into the shade. When my back touches the wall, a shiver hits me on the back of my neck. It serves to remind me that we're not wearing our summer uniforms anymore. My arms and the back of my neck are much more exposed than usual.
Does something like this maybe serve as encouragement?
It sure does. Shoichi leans in, stopping just a few centimeters from my face, so close I can feel his warm, humid breath close to my mouth. I instinctively close my ways, waiting for the moment when his lips touch mine. For several agonizing seconds, he stays still, his body so close to mine that I can feel his heat, yet not making contact. And then, as if he's deciding he's had enough, Shoichi takes the plunge. His lips touch mine, and I feel a different kind of shiver going through my whole body. His grip on my waist tightens me as he gets closer and closer until his chest is pressed up against mine, his lips not parting with me for even a second. Growing bolder by the second, what started as an innocent, tender show of affection started growing bolder and urgent. Shoichi began to nibble on my lower lip, making all the fur on the back of my neck stand at attention. It was like this. This hungry thing was released. The longer it lasted, the more lost I became in Shuichi's kiss. The more I wanted it to keep going. And yet...
Wake up, Sleeping Beauty. You're going to be late for class. As much as I would love to, I can't stay here kissing you forever.
Shoichi slowly pulls away, creating a space between us where there used to be none just a few seconds ago. It's like he does it on purpose just to tease me. No fair!
You talk as if you're the only one suffering. I want to stay here too.
I suppose that's true. If anything, I guess you might be even more broken up about it than I am.
What's that supposed to mean?
I could feel it brushing up against my thigh, you know. Sheesh!
You could...
Ah! All at once, it clicks in Shuichi's head what I meant. He looks down, gasping at the very thing he hadn't even realized was there, and then promptly reaching down with both hands to cover himself.
That guy there sure is eager. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to push you or try to. I know, buddy. Relax. We've cleared the air on that, okay? I know you know where I stand now, and I know you never do something to make me uncomfortable. I mean, it is embarrassing, and I'm definitely fighting hard to not get all weird and anxious right now, but I know what that's like. Shoichi's got as much control over it as I do with mine. Which, thankfully, only reacted partially to the kissing. Though a couple more minutes would likely have done me in. This stupid thing, why now? Well, I suppose I'll be heading to class now. Judging from my own experience with such matters, I imagine you'll be getting to yours in, what, 5 to 10 minutes? You're not really going to abandon me here like this, are you? Yes. Hey, you're the one who wanted to go... Hey, you're the one who wanted me to go all serious about my education. I'm just being a model student and making sure I get to class in time. You're the worst. I'll miss you too. See you at lunch. I'll get you back. I'll get you back for you. You just wait for me. And just like that, I turned around and left Shoichi to deal with his little problem. Not so little, I mean... on the downstairs department, all while trying to erase the world's biggest smirk from my face. Oh, how delightful.
Nico-san,
Huh? Yeah? What's up?
are you okay? You're spacing out.
Nah, I'm not. I'm just copying the stuff on the board. What's on the board? Quick, take notes!
The board's blank.
Huh?
The bell rang. The board's been wiped clean. It's lunchtime.
Huh?
Now, tell me again that you weren't spacing out.
Oops.
You're not really an oops kind of guy. It doesn't fit you.
I can be whatever I want. This is a free society.
I don't think that means what you think it means. What's going on?
I guess I have some stuff on my mind. It's not a big deal.
Is it about Shoichi-san?
Why do you ask?
A hunch. You seemed a little rattled yesterday after lunch.
Yeah. The whole thing with Hitaka did get to me a little bit. Though I wasn't really worried about it all that much anymore. I'm more worried about Shoichi being overly apologetic this morning. I don't want him to feel like he has to feel that bad over something out of his control. Or... well, there's that, and then there's also me considering whether I should tell my mom about us. I've been weighing whether it's a good idea or not since class started. Because of that, my notes from the morning class are a huge mess.
Hey, don't make that face. I'm sorry I asked.
Why are you apologizing?
It just looked like I made you remember something bad.
You're fine. It's not a big deal. I've been going over this stuff in my head all morning already.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Not terrorizing my Shoichi again today would be a lot of help already. My boy.
Right. Sorry.
Stop apologizing. If Shoichi said it, we'd say, "Curl, stop apologizing." And then I would kick that book because it is hypocritical and the author is just I don't know. Lots going on with her.
Okay. Sorry.
I sigh, reaching up to place my hand atop June's head, running my fingers through his fur in an attempt to help him relax. Stop worrying so much. You're fine.
Yeah, it's easier said than done.
The gang's all here!
Huss! Us! Huss!
Oh, great. More people are hopping on the us bandwagon.
Huh? What do you mean?
It's... nothing. Either way, hey there. Nice of you to join us today. You guys took longer than usual. Yeah, well... we had to fetch Ithaca and she took a while to get ready.
I was talking to my friends. Chill, it's not a big deal.
You're the one who wanted to come over today.
I'm here, aren't I? Stop being so pissy, sheesh.
Shoichi grunts, stepping forward and starting to arrange the desk so we can all sit together, taking his seat right after while everyone follows suit.
So, I finally got a ticket to the exclusive club, huh? Exclusive club?
It's what she calls it when she wants to be annoying.
It's just a joke, you know. Since you guys get together every day, I never seem to be invited.
It's not that easy to include you. You're 2 years below us, so we only really get to be in the same school a couple of times in our lives,
And we have different circles, yeah, I get it. Still, could have invited me when I started going here, though. I asked you to.
I invited you yesterday, didn't I?
Yeah, and it only took, what, a couple months?
I could get used to this. Shut up, Arishihara. Okay. How about we calm down a little bit, you guys?
Huh? We are calm.
I was more talking to Shoichi specifically, but I don't want to single him out. Say, how was your family dinner yesterday, Hitaka-chan?
It was really nice. Shoichi got to meet our future stepdad.
Oh boy!
Whoa!
Stepdad? It's your father. Plot twist. Stepdad? What? You didn't tell me that part, Shoichi! It's not a big deal. It was just a dinner. I don't know him all that well yet.
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. He's a really nice guy. And he was really interested in getting to know you.
I know. Never said he wasn't.
So, this stepdad guy, what's he like? I haven't heard much about him. Him and Mom are getting married soon. They've been dating for a couple years. Mom moved really slow at first since she didn't want to introduce me to anyone she wasn't sure she wanted to have stick around. But I've gotten to know him pretty well. The three of us live together and he's always been great to us. Well, he doesn't even mind the fact that Mom still has pictures with Dad hung up on the living room. She does? Well, yeah. They're all family pictures. It's not like she's gonna ruin them just to cut them out or anything. Oh, that's fair.
Could we not talk about this? How come? Not at this time. I'd rather not talk about it. Hitaka might have had years to process it, but I haven't, so can we put a pin on this subject for now?
Oh, come on. Why is it so bad that Mom is dating?
Hitaka.
At least Mom has been good about it. Dad didn't even have the decency to wait for their marriage to be over before...
Hitaka! As Hitaka was about to reveal something I am not sure had yet been publicized, Shoichi cut her off with a stern shout, staring her down.
That's...
We are not talking about this anymore.
Understood. Now that Hitaka had apparently gives us a lesson on how to make a meal awkward in 30 seconds or less, everyone fell into silence, looking around uncomfortably about knowing what to say. Never thought that things would blow up quite as quickly as they did. If anything, I feel a little bad for asking about the family dinner in the first place. Sorry. Yes, Amicus is having a great time.
Why are you apologizing? You did nothing wrong.
I feel a bit responsible.
Don't. It's Hitaka that needs to learn to keep her mouth shut.
Yeah, whatever. From under the table, I feel something brushing up against my leg, and I'm about to kick that leg. After the initial surprise, I look around to see Shoichi looking at me while attempting a smile. So that's probably him trying to comfort me, huh? Now I feel bad. That's sweet. Ahem.
Did you really just say ahem out loud?
I'm trying to think of a way to change the subject. Get off my back.
Sure, because announcing that you are trying to change the subject is a great way to change the subject.
What did I just say?
Actually, there's one thing I wanted to ask.
Huh? What's that?
You guys are going to be traveling soon for your next competition, right? I mean, this is called Tennis Ace after all. I'm assuming y'all play tennis, right?
Oh yeah. Those that qualify for the Kanto Regionals will be leaving tomorrow, won't they?
Oh, yeah, shoot, I'd totally forgotten about that. Actually, Nico-kun, K-kun wanted me to ask. I already know what he wants you to ask. It's fine by me.
Thank God. What is it? What does Urushihara want?
Oh boy, please don't be angry, Shoichi. He didn't want to share a room with Hayato-kun, so he asked me this morning if I'd be okay sharing with him instead.
That's all?
Whew!
Couldn't you just get a room all for yourself? You've got more than enough money.
I can't.
Huh. Did something happen? Has Mr. Pennyworth turned into Mr. Penniless? Just, oh, shut up. Yeesh, what happened to your sense of humor?
My sense of humor is fine. It's your joke that isn't funny. Don't listen to Shoichi. He can say some really mean things while thinking of himself as being hilarious.
Excuse you, I'm not Nico.
Oh, I'm offended. What? I'm sitting here quietly and minding my business. Why do you have to needle me like that?
Sorry, it was the first answer that came to mind.
I can tell him off for you if you want, Nika-kun.
We both know you'd tell me off regardless. Besides, it's not effective if you ask someone if they want you to tell me off.
I guess. Either way, we were going to get 2 rooms to be shared between the 3 boys. So reallocating K-kun to Nika-kun's room won't be an issue.
What time do you guys leave again? I met up with Nico this morning, but forgot to ask.
The bus leaves tomorrow at 8 p.m. So we should get going to the hotel before... We should start getting to the hotel right now! The bus leaves tomorrow at 8 p.m., so we should be getting to the hotel before it gets too late.
8 p.m.? Isn't that a little too late already?
Boy, you don't know about my experiences traveling to national tournaments. Whoo boy, those are fun! The decision was made to leave at that time so we'd lose as few days of school as possible. As if a single day would make much of a difference.
Even so, they might be athletes, but they're still students first. The school will do its best to make sure they don't miss out on class. Even just a day is already important for them.
Besides, traveling at night is a lot more comfortable than doing it during the day. We can nap on the bus.
It's a 2-hour trip. Do you really need to nap during it?
I might as well. What else am I going to do for 2 hours?
Couldn't we just talk?
No one likes a person that doesn't shut up on a bus, K-Kun.
Yeah, K-Kun, shut up! Fine to hear that from you. Pretty sure the first time we met was when you wouldn't stop annoying me during a bus trip.
That's different. I was a kid.
Oh, I haven't heard this story. Tell me more.
No, not this. Anything but this. Don't tell people about my dark period. Sums up my high school days, too.
Wait a sec. Easy. Think of the most annoying person you've ever met. Someone who will not shut up no matter what. Then get that person hopped up on sugar. Then imagine being seated next to that person for hours on a bus.
I wasn't that bad. You're kidding, right? You two bickered for hours. Even I had to put earplugs on at one point.
Yeah, I kept giving him short answers, hoping he'd stop annoying me, but he kept bouncing up and down on his seat and asking me question after question. Oh, and when we finally got to our training camp, unable to stop this trip down memory lane, I eventually found myself hunching over my desk and covering myself to try and hide my embarrassment as Shoichi and Saya mercilessly recounted every detail they could remember from that time 12 years ago. By the time the bell finally rang, my face was so hot that it could probably be used to cook a fried egg. Or that could be used to fry an egg.
Why did we have to reach that subject of all things? Alright, so we are about to hit another 45 minutes. Might as well take a break at this point, so I'm going to address the chat. I like doing these little breaks now, like, not to part it out. So, first one. My Alexander senses are going off like crazy. Or, my Alexander senses are going off crazy, says Linewing 1220. Oof, man, I love the Alexander vibes. We stan. And then we got, oh, tell us about your experience regarding the nationals trip. Well, I did it 5 times during high school. I was thinking I was going to do some during community college too, but luckily none of our games were far enough where we had to stay overnight. Yeah, we didn't have to stay overnight for anything. But yeah, I remember with those we had to travel in the morning. But yeah, with my high school national ones, yeah, those were for like a club though. It wasn't like actually high school because we'd only stay within our region or state. But other than that, I mean, we just go to a different state each year for it. It's like they change the location every year for the club thing. One year, we got stuck in Chicago because someone on the plane had to fix a bathroom in the first class. The other bathroom was fine, but they had to get the first class bathroom working, so we missed our connection and had to stay an extra day in Chicago. No, I am not salty about that. Then we went to Ohio after that. Boy, those memories. Actually, went to Ohio twice. I don't know what was with Ohio and volleyball. They just liked us, I guess. And then the one time, like, they finally put it back near us, like, next to our state in Arizona, that's when I've graduated already. Then again, the only tournament of those that was ever close nationally was in, like, Nevada. That was just, like, one state away. I'm not sure if it was exactly where BLFC was, but yeah, I think it may have been Reno. Yeah, it was Reno. Yeah, that was my first ever nationals. I would have loved to go there as my first convention too.
Except I wouldn't have been stressed out and had been immensely disappointed by losing in the second set to make us eventually crumble in a third set collapse, making us lose our chance to get a medal, and my only chance to ever get a medal was crushed. Yeah, that was the story of my life, just falling short of medal opportunities at all those tournaments nationally. But I did get one locally, which you can hear if I tap my feet enough or shake my feet enough and get the medals to shake. Most of them I got from the beach, actually. But I got one from indoors. Yeah, Reno seems pretty cool. Ignoring some of the stuff that's happened. You know what I'm talking about. But I would love to go there next year. But it was a bit of a bummer because that weekend was my first week of the job. So I was like, I don't want to miss anything, and I don't want to risk taking time off around that time. Plus, it helped me to get my benefits before the end of the year. Yeah, employment, fun. But yeah, maybe I should plan for another one. I should definitely consider the SoCal one. NorCal one too, maybe. Maybe Dirk will go to a con. Oh man, I remember going on a bus trip and we did a couple of bus trips for our high school, our local high school games we'd always do bus trips for. We had one that was like a 3-hour one that was crazy. That was fun. In that same trip, we ended up hearing that our rival school, their team got into like a fist fight with like the parents from another team. Not just them. It was like a massive just fist fight. Everything was crazy. Like something controversial happened. Like somebody threw a tantrum or something like that, and that cost the team the game. And they were just really upset about it. And just it was some hot sauce. It was some tea. Woo! But yeah, those were the days. High school had some funny times. Even community college was fun. Remember my last game, going down south for it. Traveled all the way down, and would have been nice if we got to host the home game, but for some reason our gym had to be reconstructed at that time, and so we had to travel. Actually, no, even then we were still the lower seed. But yeah, it was a bummer. Those were the days. That would be so much fun, though, to have music or singing trips like that. Man, miss those days of going on field trips and all that. Now I'm stuck here in this home. Smoothies sound really good right now. Alright, what else did I miss in the chat? Yes, Perpy, we missed you too. Hopefully we get to know his stepdad too. That'd be interesting. Once again, if it's K's dad, I'm eating the whole donut. Otherwise, I'm just doing one bite per ellipsis. Alright, y'all ready to start? Let us get started then. Let us resume, shall we? After what seemed like an endless day where I did everything but focus on my classes, as soon as the bell rang, I was ready to head to the court and hit some balls as hard as I could to work out some of my frustration. Maybe even help me clear my head along the way. Anything would be better than constantly going back and forth on all the stuff I have in my head right now. Wait up! However, as I'm halfway to the gym building, I hear a voice just a few steps behind me. It's Shoichi! Yes! Shoichi! Shoichi? Did you not hear me? I called out to you before you even left the building. You did? Sorry, I have a lot on my mind. After this morning, I don't exactly blame you. I know lunch was a little much. It wasn't that bad. Oh, please. Hitaka was insufferable. I know she gets excited easily and everything, but she has no delicacy at all.
You were getting really upset about talking about your dad and your potential future stepdad, huh?
Yeah. It's not like I didn't know it was happening. I at least kept in touch with Hitika enough to know what was going on in their lives, even if I was mostly watching from the outside. But I don't think I'm ready to have a stepdad. He was really nice. I won't disagree with that. He seemed very interested in getting to know me. He asked me about school, about volleyball, my hobbies. Hell, at one point he even asked if I had a girlfriend. And at that moment, I jumped out the window.
He did? And what did you say?
I didn't have the time to say anything. Hitika started laughing hysterically before I could.
Loser! Hitika was just straight up like, loser!
Oh boy.
Haha, I am the girlfriend. Wait, why am I even getting flustered over this? Shoichi already told me he wasn't ready to tell his family. Of course he didn't tell them about me. What am I, stupid? You're stupid. Is it really so bad to have him be interested in you?
He's a stranger to me, Nee.
Yeah, mom might love him and Hitika might like him.
He seems to be a doting, decent guy, but I don't know him. How am I supposed to treat him like anything other than a stranger?
No one's telling you to right from the get-go.
Maybe. It's still a lot to wrap my head around. It was one thing knowing he existed. Actually meeting him is something else entirely.
You got overwhelmed?
Mm-hmm.
Place my hand atop Shuichi's head, giving him a few gentle pets. It's as much as I can do in public without attracting too much attention.
Thanks, Nee.
Of course.
Do you think we can go out tomorrow? You'll be gone for a few days, and I'm going to miss you. So I was wondering if we could at least spend some time together before you do.
I have nothing against that. But didn't you say you were going to look into heading to Yokohama? Didn't you say you were going to look into heading to Yokohama too?
I might be able to during the afternoons, but I doubt Dad would let me skip class.
Oh. So you wouldn't be able to watch the morning matches?
Yeah. Sorry.
That's okay. We both know what your dad is like.
Yeah.
Maybe you could try asking your mom. Mom said yes. She's nicer. Shoichi shakes his head, smiling bitterly.
It's okay. I just got back in touch with her. The last thing I want to do is make her and Dad fight. I know he'd put his foot down about me missing class. They barely even talked since the divorce. I don't want them to go at each other's throats again.
You're really sweet to worry about them like that.
I worry about her. I owe her that much.
Shoichi.
Don't worry about me. I'm used to this kind of thing. I promise I'll still be there during the afternoons to cheer on you.
He's just gonna pile on top of Yuichi like horse piggyback ride, cheering him on while he's on top of his shoulders.
I promise I'll still be there during the afternoons to cheer you on. I won't be able to stay late, but it'll be something. I really need to get going now, though. I'll message you so we can talk about hanging out alone tomorrow, okay?
Oh, sure. Of course.
Thanks, Nee. I love you.
Bye. Just as quickly as he'd shown up, Shoichi runs off to the secondary building, probably heading to the student council room. I don't even know what to think right now. I feel like I'm being kept just outside of whatever Shuichi's going through. Every time it feels like he's about to let me in,
he pulls back again. I know he's been worrying a lot about the situation with his parents and about what his dad wants from him, but I really wish there was something I could say to help remove that weight from his shoulders. No, that's it! Ah! Why'd you do this to me, game? I'm angry. I am very angry that you stopped so fast. So angry that I'm saving right there. Here we go. That is it for this update. Only 7 minutes and it ends. Hey guys, you've reached the current end of the Shoichi build. I hope you've enjoyed what you managed to play so far. As you guys may or may not already know, all development in Tennis Ace is possible thanks to all my amazing patrons and other supporters who can make it possible for me to dedicate the time to work on this game as well as commission the art for it. If you haven't already, and if you're able, maybe you could consider help to support us too. Just click here and you'll be taken right to my Patreon page. Once again, thank you all and we'll see each other with the next demo. No, that was too short! Basket heard my pleas for shorter updates and just did this to me. Ah! Why? And goodbye, Catherine. Have a good night, day, whatever it is for you. Anyway, yeah. Didn't expect there to be no ellipses at a Tennis Ace update. Gasp. I was hoping it was Haruki. I thought there was something. I saw Decker Link's thumbnail for it, and that's what triggered me to be like, I gotta play this. But maybe that's like a C path or a B path or something? Maybe we went on different paths. Oh, shoot, not Decker. I mean Vivian. Sorry. I dead named. My apologies. Vivian, Vivian Jade's channel, they play Tennis Ace, and one of their recent updates had a thumbnail of Shoichi about to throw hands with Hitaka. Not Hitaka. Shoichi about to throw hands with Haruki. And yeah, they're going to have a great time with that, I bet. And I thought they were caught up with everything, so I'm assuming that was a current update. They have a lot more episodes than me, let me just say that. That's because they've shortened them. Anyway. And yeah, anyway, I'm still gonna, try and finish out the Tennis Ace series and possibly the Smoke Room, but other than that, I'm really trying not to do any new series. I'll try and make a video on that or something to maybe clarify. People can always reference the beginning of this video, that little tab. But yeah, don't worry, this isn't my last episode. Whenever Tennis Ace or the Smoke Room ends, that may be it. I may do something else afterwards that's new. But yeah, I want to thank everybody nonetheless. I'm still trying to work on Ocean Avenue in my spare time. When I have the energy, I muster up the courage and... yes, energy. I had to take a break with it the past couple weeks, especially this last week because of recovering. But yeah, unfortunately for now, Far Beyond the World's on indefinite hiatus. And so is Socially Awkward, Cilio, Minotaur Hotel. They're in a playlist I have on my channel called Indefinite Hiatus or something like that. So I could always give them a chance again. I could do it, but I just feel like I'm keeping up with them too much, and honestly, I don't feel like I get enough time to enjoy them quickly on my own, and yeah. So that's what led me to that. Anyway, sorry to end it on such a bitter note. Let me get to the patrons instead, because even though I may be ending this soon, I still want to thank y'all who are still supporting me and just give y'all a little shout out, just because that's not the right thing. That is. Just because y'all have been here through the thick and thin of it for me, and even if things end here, I will still be appreciative for everyone's generosity that has been. Whether there are 15 or 5 or however many people on this list, I think you all are great nonetheless, and I appreciate it. So, being a patron's optional and all that, so that's why I haven't taken it down or anything with my potential YouTube career being over, but it is something that, you know, I leave open in case people want to still invest in my interests, my hobbies. Maybe I'll get some better artwork, because my artwork is meh. And yeah, better artwork, better equipment, thinking possibly getting like maybe a better camera or whatever. Still figuring that all out. All right. There are also perks with it, like exclusive Not Safe for Work readings, early access to Ocean Avenue, and other exclusive posts, like preview sketches and all that stuff for the game. Anyway, let us start with my fellow dorks. North Grizz, aka Lied Loed. He has a great channel by that same name, that latter mentioned name. The one that's aka, if I can say it again, Lied Loed. You can check out his channel. He does great narrations and read-throughs, does them completely through, no commentary or anything on it during the middle of the reading. Just reads it from beginning to end, and he's got such a smooth voice. Type A Roth, Magram Wolfram, Andrew Buenaventura, Ryan Atkins, Neil, Spink, Splatan 98, Dink Dark, Zach, Dennis Arano Gonzalez, Kijo, Moritaka, and Firestorm 75. Now, I want to give a very, very special thanks to my exclusive dorks, Kale Tiger, Taylor, and Gary T. So, those are my patrons, and I want to thank y'all for your support, and yeah, just for being here and all that. I know this is kind of a weird time in my career, I guess I could call it, or whatever. It's an indefinite time, but it's the great beyond of things, and I'm looking forward to playing Tennis Ace again, and Smoke Room updates coming out soon, so maybe I'll be doing that next week. Other than that, I am taking it easy. Maybe I'll try out some new type of content. Maybe I'll even plug my TikTok if I remember. You can watch me do funny, silly, stupid TikToks. I also have Twitter and all that other crap to plug my socials. Anyway, that is all for today. And until next time, take care, folks.